and tone class today, and we're going to spend a little bit of time focusing on our feet. If you've ever had any foot issues, then you know how important your feet are. You come to really appreciate them when they're hurting or when they're impeding your ability to get around comfortably. So we're going to spend a little bit of time caring for our feet and connecting with them. So first thing I want us to do, this is a core class, so we're going to be incorporating some Pilates moves today. And let's just start with a gentle warm-up. And the first thing we're going to do is something we haven't done before. We're just marching, but we're pounding. I want you to really stomp your feet, okay? So time to take out some aggressions, time to wake up the body, send those little shock waves up the body, up the bones, stimulate bone growth. Just a little bit of impact here. You bring them in a little bit. There we go. Pump those arms. Good. And take them wide again. Just a little wider than before. Just stomp, stomp, stomp. Good. And bring them in. Now feel that impact. There we go. About 10 more seconds. Get down. Good. And up. And just kind of go back to just a nice, easy little march. Very good. Okay. Work so hard. Shift my mat. All righty. So with your feet about hip width apart, I want you to look down at your feet, and I want you to lift your toes up and spread them out and then place them down. So really a wide grip of the toes, and I want you to scrunch the mat as if you're trying to pull the mat in with your toes. And I want you to release, and I want you to lift the toes up and really, really wide spread of the toes. The toes are lifted. You can feel the ball of your foot pushing into the mat. And then place the toes back down on the mat, real wide, and let's grip. Pull it in. So now like the arch of your foot is lifting up. Great. Let's do that again. Spread those toes out. Wide toes, lift them off the mat. Spread them out. And then roll them down. Keep them real wide, but now they're touching the mat. And let's scrunch them in. And last time, spread them out. Lift the toes off the mat. And lower them back down and scrunch them in. And now just relax. Excellent. So now what I want us to do, you can just place your hands on your hips, relax your shoulders. I want you to lift your right heel off the floor and press the ball of the foot into the mat, kind of creasing right at the base of the toes, where the toes go into the foot. So, look down, and it's like you're wearing high stiletto heels, which I've never worn in my life, and I can't just imagine how uncomfortable they are. I'd be all over the place. So just pressing that down. Doesn't it feel nice? Feel a little stretch in the arch of the foot, and the bottom side of the foot. And let's do the other foot. Now the left foot. Again, bending right at the toes, pressing down a little bit gently. In. Real high heel lift. And let's repeat on the right side and on the left side. Great. Let's shift our weight to our left foot. Bring the right foot in, touching the big toe only. Now let's extend that foot forward. Feel a good stretch in your calf. Pull the toes back and point and flex and point and flex. There we go. Hold that flex and let's circle out. And the other direction. And flex real good. Bring that knee up nice and high and place it back down. Other side, shift to the right. Bring that left foot in, just the big toe is touching. Extend the leg out in front. Flex the foot. Pull the toes back. Feel a good stretch in your calf. And point and flex, and point and flex. 3 and 4. Now circle. I love these workouts because I love to be barefoot. Grounding, other direction. And flex. I love being in Texas. We can wear flip-flops year-round. Not great for your feet, but I love wearing flip-flops. I love going barefoot. Okay, so we're going to do something different. I told you to grab a tennis ball or a cue ball, any type of a hard ball, a handball. So I've got my little tennis ball right here. We're going to give ourselves a foot massage. So if you need to hold on to a chair for balance, do so. You're really going to have 2 points of contact. One foot's going to be on the ground, one foot's going to be on the ball, but the ball's on the ground, so you're really not balancing, you're shifting your weight. So shift your weight to the left leg, and we're going to do the ball under the right foot. So basically just get that ball so that it's just kind of right in the ball of the foot, just higher than the arch, just kind of under the ball of the foot in the middle. And I want you to roll forward to the heel and then pull it back to the toes. Just rolling forward, all the way to the heel and back. So we're doing a foot massage just down the middle of the foot. We're going to spend a little bit of time doing this. And this can be done at any time during the day. You don't have to do this as part of a workout. Now, roll the ball toward the inner part of the foot, kind of as you roll through that arch in the middle, down to the heel, but it's on the interior portion of the foot. And it adjusts. I'm going to bring that ball in just a little closer to the body so that my leg is right under my hip. And there we go. Sometimes it gets away from us. Just make little adjustments. Doesn't that feel nice? Woo, and you focus. If you find a spot that feels a little tender, just go in or a little tense. Just kind of roll it out. I'm going right on my arch, just kind of focusing on the inner arch a little bit. And now I'm back to the center arch. And now I'm going to the exterior portion of my foot. There you go. And just get that ball right in place. And there you go. You don't want it too far out in front of you, kind of right underneath, just in front, maybe where in line with the big toe of the supporting foot. That seems to be a nice place. And now I'm going to circle, right? Still working my arch, go both directions, just kind of circling it out. Great. Now roll up to the toes and stand on it. And so wide grip with the toes of the ball. And just kind of do the ball of the foot back and forth. There we go. Now roll it out. Bring the ball in a little closer. There you go. Just right underneath. And now we're placing the ball under the heel. And I just want you to put some pressure. So now I'm shifting my weight to the foot on the ball. So the ball is under my heel. So just doing a little bit of acupressure right on the heel there. Shifting my weight a little bit more onto the ball. There we go. Just a little bit of acupressure right there. And release. All right, let's do the exact same thing on the other side. Before we do that, I want you just to stand. Does the right foot feel a little different than the left? Does it feel a little fluffier, a little softer, breaking up any scar tissue, helping increase blood flow, getting the fascia stimulated? Yeah, it feels a little bit different. It feels good. Okay, so shifting our weight to the right side. And now I'm just placing the ball under my left foot. And I'm starting right in the middle. And I'm rolling slightly forward to the heel. And I'm pulling it back to the toes. Just gently rolling. Put as much pressure on as comfortable and what feels good. This tennis ball really is a nice consistency. It has a little bit of give, but not much. I had to raid my cat toy basket. She's not missing this. She's an outdoor cat now. She doesn't want anything to do with inside except for eating. And then she goes out and hunts. So now I'm rolling toward the interior part of my foot, the underside, and just rolling it along the interior edge. through the ball and the big toe, a little stretch there, and then rolling back to the heel. All right, and now I'll push that ball out just a little bit. And now I'm rolling on the outer edge of my foot, the exterior part of the foot. No need to rush this. This is kind of our warm up for today. And go back to the middle. And just focus on the arch, just back and forth on the arch. You can go interior, you can go middle, you can do exterior, you can do little circles. Circle around, circle both ways. Good. And let's bring it up to the toes, really underneath the toes and the ball of the foot. Just kind of going back and forth. Grip with your toes. There you go, go back and forth. And let's roll. I roll forward to the heel, but I want to bring the ball back a little bit. Slip into the stilettos and shift my weight back toward the left leg. I'm more centered again. And I'm putting the weight on the ball, the tennis ball. There you go. A little acupressure for the heels. And release. Okay, that's it for the ball. We may use it, keep it close by. We may use it later on. Also, before we get down onto the ground, you might have a big ball, or you could use your little ball when we do a little bit of tabletop work. So I'm just going to put them off to the side. And right now, let's go back to our standing work. Spread your toes, grip the mat, hip width apart, and place your hands on the countertop. We're doing our heel raises. If you need a chair or a wall for balance, you can put one hand on the wall or the chair, or place your hands on the imaginary countertop. And we're going to press down. So right now, I want you to press down on the countertop and exhale. Feel your belly tighten up. Isn't that amazing? And release. And press down on the countertop. Tightening up that core and releasing. So even though it's an imaginary countertop, by pressing down as we lift our heels and do a heel raise, we are tightening our core, and that gives us balance. So feet facing forward, inhale. Exhale, press down on the countertop. Raise up on the ball of the foot, lifting the heels, tightening that core, and then lowering back down nice and slowly. 8 of these. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Strong ankles. Try to go to the stiletto heels and lower back down. 4, 5, 6. Strong ankles. 7. Last one. 8. And down. So I had some good ones, and I had a couple doozies. Kind of my ankles started rolling out. That's okay. All right. Next, we're going to do our plie series. So I want you to have your feet turned out and your heels together. Now, we're not doing a ballet first position. We're doing more of just a little bit of a V, not too wide, maybe 45-degree angle. And zip the legs, upper inner thighs together, zip it up. And as you zip up, press those thighs together, you're squeezing your glutes. It just automatically happens, but if not, I want you to focus on zipping and squeezing your glutes as you come up. So hands on our hips, press those shoulders down, heels together as you do a little plie. Feel a great stretch in your calf and your Achilles. Your back is upright and vertical, and we just zip those thighs together. As we press those thighs together, we activate the glutes. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Go as low as you can. You won't be able to go too low because you're keeping those heels flat on the ground. You're getting a good little stretch in the Achilles, in the lower calf, in the heel. Great for preventing plantar fasciitis. It's like I'm sliding down the wall. Keeping contact with the wall as I slide down and then press back up. But I'm not touching the wall. I just am imagining the wall. Let's do a couple more. And exhale up. Inhale down. And exhale up. All right, we're going to do a second set. But for those of you that want to advance, place your hands up on that countertop. And I want you to releve. Now, see how my heels came apart? Bring those heels together. Now, we're going to plie with the high heel lift. But my heels are pressed in together, giving another point of contact and resistance, and zip back up. Plie, keeping those heels together, and zip back up. Or you have your heels flat on the floor. That's your choice. Exhale up. Have a focal point. Two more. Feel that on those inner thighs as you zip, and in the glutes as you get all the way up to the top. Lower those heels and release. Very nice. Just shake it out. Fantastic. All righty. Next, we're going to our standing hip circles. Just great for loosening up the hips. Place your hands on a chair or against the wall, or just have your hands on your hips or out for balance. I'm going to just place my hands on my hips, push my shoulders down. I'm going to shift my weight to my left side because I'm going to work with my right leg first. Bend the knee, bring it in front of the left leg, circle and down. Lift, circle and down. Lift, circle and down. Try not to lean. I did a little bit on my first one, making adjustments as we go. Sometimes the first repetition's a little rough, and then we find it. We find our balance. We find the movement. We find that sweet spot, as we say. We have 3 more to do. A lot of good balance work today. Same leg, go out to the side, flex, and bring it down. So circling in reverse. Out, around, and down. Out, around, and down. 5, 6, 7. Try to stand taller, don't lean as much. And 8. Other leg, we're going to come across the body, around and down, 8 times. There we go. Try not to lean. There we go. Standing tall, reach the crown of your head up toward the ceiling. Don't hold your breath. A lot of things to remember. Last one. And let's reverse. We're working the whole body because we're also working the stabilizing side, the side we're standing on. Sometimes those stabilizing muscles work harder than the muscles that are doing the action, doing the movement. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Good. Woo. Walk it out again. That really works those hips. Love it. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is our standing hip hinge. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. It's kind of like a squat, but it's a Pilates squat. So feet about hip width to shoulder width apart. Lift those toes up, spread them out, grip the mat. And so we're sliding down the wall, bending those knees. See how my back is straight? Hands on my hips. And that's so, and my fingers are right on the panty line, okay? It's a good way to think about it. And what we're going to do is we're just going to hinge at the hips, hinge forward. If you have osteoporosis, this is how you bend down. You don't round the back and keep your legs straight. We bend the knees, we hinge at the hips. Now from here, we're just going to reach it out in front, and it's like someone's holding onto your hands, and now they're pulling you forward. Hips go back a little bit, stretch the spine, head drops a little bit between your arms, and then we're going to come back in, hinge up, and then stand up. So 3 separate movements. Bend the knees, hinge at the hips, stretch it forward, reach it out, bring it in, hinge back to vertical, and stand up. Bend the knees, hinge at the hips, stretch it out, really stretch the spine, reach forward, inhale, exhale, bring it in, vertical, and up, last one. Bend those knees, hinge at the hips, lower your back a little bit more flat if you can, reach it out, bring those arms back in, hinge back, vertical, and stand up. So those are hip hinges, loving it. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is a pelvic tilt, and just a standing pelvic tilt. So your knees are loose but not bent. Pull the hips in, and the belly pulls in, and the hips tuck under. Okay, so like this. See the little, very subtle, the movement's right in here. Look at my low back. And just a normal stance, pelvic tilt. And I'm stretching out that low back into my hamstrings, through the glutes. Good. Standing pelvic tilts. We can do this on our back with our knees bent. We've done that before. So here we're just doing these. We do these a lot with the hip circles, which we're doing next as part of our warm-up. But I just wanted us to do a set of pelvic tilts. So you're chopping, you're standing, your back, low back gets tight. Just do a few pelvic tilts. It's very subtle. No one will really know you're doing it. Just kind of stretch it up. Reach those arms out in front. Hug the tree. Reach the tailbone down. Reach the crown of the head up. Push your shoulders down. Tuck the chin in and up. And now we're in our Zhanjiang position. And feel how that stretches the spine. It's all related. This is all fascia work, whether it's Qigong, whether it's Pilates. The body can only move in so many ways, and we know the best ways to make it move. And so a lot of these different schools are very similar. And release, and come up. All right, let's do those pelvic tilts into a hip circle. So hands on the hips, bend those knees, pelvic tilt, and circle. Pelvic tilt through the front, then stretching up the hips on either side, and then we're going through an anterior tilt in the back. Posterior tilt in front, anterior tilt to the back. That's it. And let's go the other direction. The upper body is not doing the work or moving much. It's all the lower body, remember? One more. Pelvic tilt, finished. Have the back nice and straight, and come up. And really shake it out. Okay, fantastic. Let's get to work. So, I know I spent a lot of time on standing, but I think that was really good. I'm going to bring my mat a little closer. There we go. For this first exercise, we're doing roll down planks. We're going to get the shoulders warmed up. So we're going to tuck the chin, feel a little stretch in the neck, and we're just going to pull our belly in, a little pelvic tilt, bend those knees, and just reach down to the floor, a little different than we do in yoga, and hang just a little bit. When you make contact, again, you bend your knees as much as you need to make contact with the floor, then walk it out to a plank. It's a high plank. Your hips are level with your shoulder blades. Chin lifting a little bit. Pull your shoulder blades down, opening the chest a little bit. Just, I don't want sag. I don't want you down here. And that's putting tension on the low back. I want you to hollow. There we go. Inhale. And then bend those knees slightly. Exhale and walk it back up. So we're working, doing some shoulder work, and then we roll, we articulate, tailbone, low back, the vertebrae, one at a time, rolling up like that strand of pearls. So everything we've done on our backs on the mat, we're now doing standing. Roll or tuck the chin, roll down, one vertebrae at a time, bend knees, so you can reach the mat, walk it out. Not rushing this, you don't rush through Pilates or yoga or Tai Chi. It's really the beauty of the movement. That's what strengthens our fascia, our connective tissue, by not rushing it. Exhaling as we walk it back up. We're going to do that 2 more times. Roll up and shoulders back. Nice, good posture stance. And chuck the chin. Roll it down, bend those knees slightly through a pelvic tilt. Reach for the mat, bend those knees and walk it out. Pull that belly into the spine. Slide the shoulder blades down. Lift the chin just a little bit. Strong legs. Exhale, and as you walk it back up, and roll it up. Roll the shoulders back, good posture. Last one, tuck the chin. And collapse. Gently rolling forward. Walk it out. Nice high plank, get into position, breathe. On the next exhale, bend those knees slightly. Basically loosening the knees as we walk it up. And then articulate up, roll up the body into a good, strong posture stance. Fantastic. All right, we're going to now go down to the mat. So I'm going to lower this just a little bit. That's it. Coming down to all fours. We're going to spend a little time on all fours. If this is hard on your wrists, you can roll over your mat. And then that makes it just a little more comfy. You can do the same thing for your knees if you need to. You can put a towel under your knees. That's actually better for your knees because we're going to be reaching out and lifting up, and I don't want you to get tangled in your mat. But for your hands, this is good. Also, if you have issues with your hands and joints, a little arthritis in your joint, kind of cup your hands a little bit. So don't have your knuckles and the ball of your hand flat on the mat. Just kind of cup it a little bit and kind of pull the mat in like we were gripping the mat with our toes. You're kind of gripping the mat and pulling them up a little bit with your hands. Okay? So shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. And we're going to push our shoulder blades down the spine. See how that opens up your chest a little bit? Stretch the crown of the head forward. And pull in the belly, and we have a nice engaged core. Extend your right leg back, flex the foot, and lift it up, and point. And just hold this pose, engaging the hamstrings and the glutes. We're going to touch the floor down and lift it up. Down and lift it up. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold it up. Now bring the knee into your chest on the exhale. Inhale, extend it back. Now just stretch it back, but don't arch the back. You're not going like this. Your head is down, nice straight alignment. Exhale in, inhale out. I'm sorry. Inhale in, exhale out. You're like an arrow from your head to your toe. 3 more. Last one. Hold it out there. Now shift your weight to the right hand. Lift that left arm and just reach out in front like you're going to shake someone's hand. reach the arm forward, stretch the leg behind. Now cross mat tension between the hand on the mat and the knee on the mat. That further helps you engage your core and hold your balance. Keep breathing. You can rest now in child pose or for more advanced. Inhale. On the exhale, pull the elbow to the knee. And inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch it out. Keep that cross mat tension with the hand and the knee that are still on the mat. And exhale. Inhale. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold it out. Stretch, 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 and down. Fantastic. Other side. Stretch out the left leg. Shoulders down. Tighten the belly. Point the toe and lift. Stretch out that leg. Keep that belly pulled in. We're going to tap the toe down and lift. Exhale on the lift. Inhale as you lower. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it up on 8. On the next inhale, you're going to bring the knee to the chest. Exhale, extend it back. Don't arch the back. Stretch the crown of the head forward as you reach that foot behind you. Stretch it out, big arrow, long straight arrow. Be as aerodynamic as you can. 5, 6. If you want, you can try to bring your hands toward each other, engage the chest. So just kind of pulling your hands on the mat toward each other, creating that tension in the upper body. Last one and hold. So you're engaging your chest. Very nice. Now we're going to keep that engagement, but we're going to reach our right arm out, cross body tension. Now try to concentrate on that left hand coming toward that right knee on the mat. Cross body tension, stretch it out, holding and breathing. Nice balance. And you can go into child pose or on the next exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale. Keep that cross mat tension, especially as you're pulling that knee in. And then stretching it out. Keep that cross mat tension. That keeps the core engaged. And that makes this movement much easier. Helps you balance. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Stretch, reach, 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 and release. Woo! Felt it right in here. Knees a little bit wider. Sit back on your heels, walk your hands forward, child pose. Feels good. Stretch out that low back. And come on down to the mat on your belly. I want you to have your elbows wide, cross your fingers on top of each other, put your forehead down, and just feel a gentle stretch in the back of the neck. Very nice. Couple deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. On the exhale, just lift your head up, keeping your head forward toward the mat, but just lifting, letting your head rise as you exhale and lower as you inhale. Exhale, lift the head, still looking down at your hands. Inhale down. Very subtle, gentle upper back between your shoulder blades work. Go with your breathing. When you're ready, as you exhale, you can leave your head on your hands and lift your hands with you. Your head is resting on your hands, and the hands and the elbows, everything clears on the exhale. Inhale, we lower back down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, down. Do it with your breathing, slow breathing, full breathing. Full breathing as you're doing a complete exhale, and then a complete inhale, slowing your movement. 2 more. Reach those arms out overhead. Walk your hands forward so you're getting a good stretch in your shoulders. Now, your head is on the mat. I'm lifting my head so I can talk and you can hear me. Your forehead is on the mat. I want you to now lift your right leg up, clearing the knee, pointing your toe, and then reach it further back and placing it down. So you're elongating the length of the body. Lift the left leg, reach it back. Good. Place it on the floor, kind of anchor into the floor, and lift the right leg again. Reach it back. Now walk your hands forward just a little bit and feel that traction. Keep your forehead down and keep breathing. This can be a very uncomfortable position for a lot of people. We don't get into this position much. Stay in this position, or let's try some swimmers. So basically, we're going to, on the exhale, we're going to lift our opposite hand, arm, and leg. So, for example, we're going to lift our right arm on the exhale and our left leg. As we inhale fully, we're going to bring it back down. And then we're going to lift the left arm and the left leg. I'm going to scooch down just a little bit. I'm hitting my ball. Okay, so stretch it out. And preparatory inhale. Exhale, lift arm and leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, other side, lift. Slowly exhale and inhale down. Exhale, lift. Your head is facing the mat. Your eyes are on the mat. But you're lifting the head slightly as your upper body lifts. So does the head. Keep alternating with your breaths. Now, if you're ready, think about pressing your hand and your foot that are still making contact with the floor. Press down into the floor as you lift the other arm and leg up. Exhale, press down on the floor, lifting up with the opposites. And down, inhale. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, press and lift. See how that makes the movement easier? Inhale, down. And lift. Feel the core engage. And lift. Really slow the movement, fully exhale, pressing down, feeling the core engaging. No more air. Release and inhale. A couple more times each side. Wonderful. Let's come up to our cobra position. Head just facing forward, not lifting up to the ceiling at all. Relax those shoulders down, elongate the neck slightly. And that should just give you a nice little good stretch in the belly. We're doing well on time. We're going to do just a few more things. We're going to press up into child pose. Feel like good stretch in the low back. And come to a seat. Okay, so we're going to do just a little bit more ab work, and then we're going to do some cool down stretches. So grab either your tennis ball or the mini ball, not your big ball. I'm going to use the 9-inch ball. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into our tabletop position. In Pilates, the tabletop position is tuck your shoulder blades under, open the chest. And you have one leg up. It's bent 90 degrees to your hip. Knee is bent 90 degrees. And my foot is flexed 90 degrees. So it's a stair step looking, but we call it tabletop, okay? So face the ceiling, relax those shoulders, hands by your side. Try not to let the ball roll away too far. There we go. And hands on the floor. Bring the other leg up. And then check yourself out in your mirror. There we go. Try to have that 90 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree. And then feel the tension right across the belly, right? Now, here's where the ball comes in. We're going to place the ball on our shins. Okay? And then what happens is it may not stay there. So we're going to try to keep the ball on the shins. I'm going to extend there we go, get into my 90 degrees, and that ball is staying. Feel that tension right here. We're just breathing. Don't hold your breath. Now, if you can, bring your knees in toward the body, and then extend beyond the 90 degrees. And bring it in. Exhale it out. Bring it in. That ball could be going all over the place. Try to keep it up. Inhale as you bring the knees forward. Exhale. There we go. Do just a couple more times. And bring the knees in and hug your knees. Good. Place the ball between your ankles. And if you don't have a ball, still doing the movement, just press your ankles together. Okay? So now what I'm doing, I'm putting the ball or a small pillow in between my ankles. So right, that ankle bone is pressing into the ball. I'm feeling activation on my inner thighs. I'm feeling activation in my core. And I'm just going to straighten out my legs. Straight up and back down. Now I'm looking in, you might be looking in a mirror. That's fine. You should be. See, that tells me I want to get that ball straight up and down. Right there, straight up vertical. Squeeze. As you get to the top, really press in. And then as you lower, you're still pressing. Otherwise, the ball will fall. So these little tools, these pieces of equipment, just aid us in getting a more effective workout. Yes, you can do it without it, but it just helps, gives us the cues to activate the specific muscle and body part that we're trying to. So we're still squeezing, feeling it right in that core. We're working the abs. Okay, let's hold it up here. Now you might want to put your hands out a little wider. Straight up to the ceiling. We're going to go to one side and push it up with the bottom leg, whatever leg's toward the bottom, I guess the outside, push that ankle into the ball to help you go up. Inhale as you go over, exhale as you come back to the center, and then keep going all the way across. Fully exhale, inhale, and then exhale, up. Inhale as you go over, and then exhale up. Inhale, and exhale. You don't have to go too far. It might be just a 1 o'clock to an 11 o'clock or an 11 o'clock to the 1 o'clock position. There we go. Starting to feel that. Those inner thighs are activating. We're almost finished. Let's do it 2 more times each side. Bring it up, bend those knees, and place your feet on the ground. So the ball is still in between your feet. We have 1 more exercise we're going to do. Arms down by your side, reach them overhead, push the shoulder blades down, flat into the mat, and reach overhead for a good upper body stretch. You're looking at the ceiling. And what we're going to do is we're going to do our bug exercise where we're going to keep that ball between the ankles. We're going to stretch it up, reach up with the hands as well. Transfer to the hands, lower your feet, and I'll lower the ball slowly on the inhale. Exhale up, transfer, exhale down. All right, so it's exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, squeeze, transfer, inhale down. To add difficulty, press into the ball. Whenever you're holding it or between the ankles, squeeze. Squeeze that ball the whole time. Squeeze between the hands the whole time. Take it to the next level. We can really work hard for a few quality reps, or we can just slop through and not get any benefit, really. So activate the core and squeeze the ball. Press the ball with the ankles both directions. Transfer. Now press the ball between your hands, both through up and down. Come on, work hard. We're almost done. When I'm in a class, I can tell how hard you're working because I can see the compression of the ball. So squeeze the ball, flatten that ball out as much as you can. Your head is flat on the ground, so we're not straining our neck. One more good one. Whoops. One more really good one. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Press, 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 press. And press, 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 press. And squeeze. And roll it out. Put your feet on the ball or the pillow and just stretch it out. Woo! That feels good. We'll do a few cool down stretches. Very nice. All right, so you can let that ball roll away. Roll back over onto your belly, and we're going to stretch our abdominals and our hip flexors because we just worked them. I'm scooching forward on my mat, elbows underneath my shoulders, hands flat down, point the toes, and just be in a nice small cobra, mini cobra. Feel that stretch in the abdominals, into the hip flexors. Relax your thighs. Don't be tensing up at the knees. Sometimes you don't even realize you're doing that. Now I'm going to try to straighten my arms a little bit. Push them out just a little bit. Push the shoulder blades down the spine. Open the chest. Lift my head, chin just slightly. I'm not looking at the ceiling. Inhale. And exhale, lower down. Bring my hands to the chest. Push up, bend my knees. Wide knees, toes together, and sit back. So the ball never goes away when you want it to go away, but it always rolls away where you can't get it when you need it. Now sit back on your heels. Further stretch the tailbone. Reach the tailbone back as you're pushing the mat away from you up top. And come up. And we're sitting down. Let's go into a cobbler pose, which is where your feet are together. And we're coming right on our 50-minute mark, so thank you for staying with me. You know, there's a lot of classes out there that, 10-minute Pilates, 15-minute Pilates, 20-minute weight training. We're going to get it all done. And I just feel that you can get some benefit from that. They're generally going at a faster pace, and while they're focused on technique, sometimes you're trying to get multiple movements. So you have to be starting at a higher fitness level. They go pretty rapidly through the exercises. And when we want to engage, I'm more of a slow fitness person. I really want to engage the fascia. We want to work on technique and coordination. And you're like me, too many things going on at the same time, particularly when we're starting out new. And it's just not a good thing. So yeah, I get it. It's a great marketing ploy. 10-minute this, 15-minute that, 20-minute weight training, total body. Yeah, I know. There is some benefit in quantity with quality, and that's what I'm trying to deliver to you guys. And this is boot camp, and you're going to get out of it what you put into it. So I struggle to teach a 30-minute class. And I like to get all the components in. I really want to get you warmed up. And we're just sitting here. We're just talking. But you're stretching your inner thighs. Your spine is stretched. Reach the crown of the head forward. Pull yourself in a little bit more. Now you know how to stretch. You stretch on the exhale. Ease and relax into the stretch. Good body position. We're not rounding. And the longer you hold it at the end of your workout, that's when you hold your stretches and just ease into it. You can hold stretches for 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to talk about a long workout. But this just feels good. Now shift your hands to above your ankles and elbows. Try to push down a little bit more. Now we're ready to do this because we've been holding this pose. See the benefit of it? Maybe one day we'll just do we'll warm up and then we'll just do a stretching class. Those feel so, so good. That would be great on a Saturday or a Sunday. I tend to not do heavy workouts on the weekends. There's just a lot going on. And come up. Bring those knees up. Lift them up. Be nice to those joints. Sit tall. Take your hands, press on the front of upper shin, and sit nice and tall. And then pull yourself forward. Now you're feeling it in your buttocks, your glutes. Straight spine. Exhale, walk your fingers forward, keeping your spine straight, looking at those fingertips. Another big inhale, and this time exhale, duck the head. Reach your hands a little further forward. Another breath as you exhale, roll it up, round it up, and then articulate the spine. Your head is the last to come up. Change legs. Sitting tall. Push your hands into the shins, which helps you elongate the spine and stretch up. Lean forward, keeping that stretched spine. Walk it forward, keeping that stretched spine, looking at the fingertips. A couple deep breaths. As you exhale, go a little further. Try to relax into the stretch. Let the rest of the muscles relax. On the next exhale, duck your head. On the next exhale, roll it up. And articulate up into a nice spine. Stretch, roll those shoulders. Good posture. Left hand on the ground, right palm up. Stretch it up and over. Good side stretch. Inhale. Exhale, go a little further. Inhale, release. Other side, palm up, reach it out and up and over. Inhale, reach further, exhale. Inhale, release. Now both arms out to the side, and we're going to rotate 90 degrees. Place your hand, opposite hand on the knee, and look over your back shoulder.
Your left hand is on the floor behind you, right hand on the left knee. Couple deep breaths and return back to center. Arms out. Rotate. Drop the hands to the floor. Place the right hand, left hand on the right knee, right hand behind you, and look back. Couple deep breaths. And return to the front. Palms up. Stretch it up. Press your hands together. Pull it down. Stretch out those wrists. Drop those shoulders. And place your hands, palms up as you exhale. And we are done. What a great workout. Thanks for hanging with me.